suppose I should explain. As I was going to say, I have just got out of bed because I'm not feeling great today. I'm suffering from hay fever. I think today the pollen level is around 10 trillion. It feels like it anyway. Hello everyone, welcome. Yes, it is another English Addict Extra with a very tired, sleepy, unwell Mr. Duncan. Yes, I am suffering from hay fever today. It is the peak of hay fever. If you look out the window now, there it is. That is the view outside the window, and there is pollen everywhere. I can't even step outside the house. That's how bad things are. I'm feeling a little drowsy, so don't be too surprised if I'm only here for a short time. Anyway, we are back together, and yes, we are broadcasting live from the birthplace of the English language, which happens to be England. Prepare yourself. Prepare to see someone who is not feeling very well today, and that's me. I'm still wearing my pyjamas, so this grey t-shirt that you can see, I was actually sleeping in that last night. That's how badly prepared I am today. So please excuse me, I do feel a little unwell today, but I didn't want to let you down because I know that some of you are waiting eagerly to be eager. You are waiting for something to happen. You are excited about the thing that is approaching, a moment of time that you can't wait for. You are eager for that moment of time to arrive. It's quite warm today, but I suppose the main feature of today's weather is the pollen in the air. And for people like me who suffer from hay fever, Well, that's it, you see. Oh. So I do apologise if I seem a little bit under the weather. That's because I'm feeling really awful. I don't know if you suffer from hay fever, but at the moment we are having the peak of the season. So when we say the peak, it means the highest point. So at the moment the air is full of pollen. All of the plants and trees, everything is now letting its pollen flow free. So that's what's happening, you see. So it's my nose, it's my head, it's everything, my eyes, my throat, everything is affected by hay fever. And this is something I get every year. So I do apologise if I seem a little different today, not as energetic as I normally am. In fact, I think as soon as I've finished this live stream, I think I will actually go back to bed, or at least lie down on the bed. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. I hope you're not too let down. I would imagine that quite a few people will be wondering, what is Mr. Duncan doing? What is going on? Thanks for joining me. Yes, we have. We have, haven't we? We've made it all the way to the middle of the week because it is Wednesday. I can't even be bothered to do that. I really can't. I just don't have the energy. We are back together. Yes, I hope you are having a good week. I want to say I'm having a good week, but I feel dreadful. Oh, hello to Racer Seville. Nice to see you here today. Guess what? You are first on today's live stream. Nice to see you here today. I hope you are feeling good. I really shouldn't be doing this. I really should not be here now, standing in front of the internet. I should be in bed. Ah, dear. All you can do is wait, you see. You have to wait. So this is not an illness. This is not coronavirus. This is hay fever. This is something I can't control. And all I can do is wait for it to ease away. And yes, lots and lots of people have different remedies for hay fever. They say, oh, Mr. Duncan, you should put your head in a bucket of water for 5 minutes and your hay fever will completely clear away. Oh, Mr. Duncan, have you tried eating raw carrots? Or have you tried putting honey in your ears? I've tried everything. All of the remedies, all of the things that people say can help you with your hay fever. I've tried everything. And can I just say, none of those things seem to work very well, unfortunately. So I have tried all of the things that exist, all of them, every single one. I might even try to invent some of my own. Maybe drinking a glass of something. My brain isn't even able to come up with a funny comment there, you see. That's how bad things are. Hello, Connell, Beatrice, nice to see you here as well. Belarusia is here. Thank you very much, by the way, for your lovely message on Facebook. I read that just a few moments ago, and lovely comment. Thank you very much for that. And it looks as if you have a very busy month coming up, because July is just around the corner, and there are some changes being made to my schedule during the month of July. I'm going to make some new lessons during July, one particular type of lesson. So you might say that I'm going back to my original way of doing my teaching, I suppose. So maybe that is one way of looking at it. So there will be some new English lessons coming up, and Because of that, I will not be doing a live stream on Wednesdays. So during July, I will be with you on Sunday from 2 p.m. UK time, but I won't be here on Wednesday because I am in the process of making some new video lessons. And of course, that takes time. It takes a lot of energy. Something that I don't have much of at the moment, if I was honest with you. But there will be some new video lessons in July, and I will be with you once a week on Sunday, every Sunday during the month of July. And there will be new lessons during the week. Oh, I wonder what will happen there. I had better get a hurry because I've only made one lesson so far. So I have to get myself well and fit again so I can make the rest of those lessons. Thank you for your lovely messages, by the way. I feel terrible, but I have to be here, you see, or else I will get lots of complaints. So if I do pass out, if I do fall on the floor, if I do collapse, don't worry. Just enjoy the view behind me because it's ever so nice. Hello to Marwa, Ricardo, Max Poe. We also have Luis Mendez is here today. Hello also Mika. Hello Mika. Of course, where you are, very soon the Olympic Games are going to start in Japan. Beatrice says, I'm so sad for your hay fever, Mr. Duncan. I understand you today. I have lots of allergies and my eyes are inflamed. Inflamed. That's a great word, by the way. It's a nice word, but it's not very nice if you are suffering from inflammation. So if something is inflamed, it means it is swollen and sore. It is very sensitive to touch or to things such as certain types of pollen or things going into your nose or into your throat. So you can have inflamed eyes, for example, or an inflamed throat. And both of those things are symptoms of hay fever. So yes, you know how I feel at the moment. If you suffer from hay fever, you know exactly how I feel right now. Hello Phyllis, hello Connell, hello Cezanne, hello also Willian, hello to you as well. Thank you for your lovely greetings in the various languages. Thank you very much. Christina has just received the second dose of the vaccine. So how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay? Hello also the Czech Republic. Hello to you as well. I was watching the news the other night. There is a lot of news on the news about the Czech Republic at the moment. Good news, says Ricardo. I am sure you know that with age, the symptoms of hay fever start to decrease. They become less and less. You are right, actually, Ricardo. You are completely right, because when I was very young, when I had hay fever as a child, it used to make me very ill, to the point where I couldn't move. I used to collapse. So everything, my nose, my eyes, my throat, even the inside of my lungs would become very inflamed, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even breathe, which is rather distressing for a child, but that used to happen. So as I've grown older, my hay fever has slowly subsided, but I'm still affected by it every year. It's very annoying. Hello, Olga. Thanks for joining me today. Hello also to Sandra Gonzalez. Hello, Sandra. Thank you very much for your lovely picture that you sent to me on Twitter of your new television. I have to say, your new television set is lovely. It's a big one. 65 inches. That's bigger than mine. My television is only 55 inches. So yours is another 10 inches larger than mine. Lovely. And it was very interesting because you were watching me on your big television. So how do I look today? Are you watching me today? Is this coming through live now on your big screen? I hope my big face is not too scary today. Max Poe says maybe there is too much nature around you. Well, you are right. Now behind me, if you look behind me, you can see that this is the view right now. So this gives you a clue that I'm in the countryside, surrounded by grass and leaves and trees and plants and flowers and all sorts of things. So yes, you might say, you might even ask, Mr. Duncan, why did you move to the countryside, you silly sausage? Why did you move to this countryside knowing that you suffer from hay fever? I might actually agree with you. I think so. It was a very silly thing to do. Hello also to Miriam, who asks, how old are you? I'm Georgie from Kuwait. Hello, Georgie in Kuwait. I hope you are well and happy where you are. How old am I? Well, I will give you a clue because in a few weeks, I think 4, 5, maybe 6 weeks. 6 weeks from now, it will be my birthday in 6 weeks' time. And I will be another year older. Let's just say I will be 4 years younger than Mr. Steve. 4 years younger. So that gives you some clue as to how old I will be. Of course, you have to also know how old Mr. Steve is, I suppose. Your videos are wonderful and with the images of nature. Thank you very much for that. I am making some new video lessons, which means during July I won't be with you on Wednesday. So this is the last Wednesday live stream for a few weeks. However, don't worry, I will be with you on Sunday. Always on Sunday, and during the week there will be some new English lessons. There will be some new English lessons every single week. The only problem I have now is actually making them. I have to start making them. Oh dear. Just to give you an idea of how unprepared I am today, I haven't even got anything to show you. My poor computer is in front of me and everything is empty. So I don't even have anything to show you. It's not very nice, really. Racer. Oh, hello, Racer. Racer Seville says, Mr. Duncan, you should go out into the garden wearing your face mask. That is very strange, because you are right. I was thinking the same thing this morning, because a few weeks ago, when my hay fever first started, I actually went into the garden and outside wearing my face mask. And I do think the face mask helps. So maybe if I wear my coronavirus face mask all the time, including in the house and maybe outside the house, perhaps that will help my hay fever. You might be right about that. Very good. Christina is asking a general question about my work. Well, I suppose today is a good opportunity to do that because I don't have much prepared. I was in bed an hour ago. I was actually in bed. I didn't think I would be here, you see. Before starting your English teaching, how did you learn to use the social media world? Very strange. Thinking now, I suppose I started using social media in around 1996, 1997. I know what you're going to say, Mr. Duncan, there was no social media back then. There was no Facebook. There was no Twitter. There was no YouTube. There wasn't even Google, to be honest. But yes, I did start using, well, first of all, we all had email. So my first contact with social media, and by that I mean contacting people through the internet. So your conversations would no longer be through voice on the telephone, and they would no longer be in person. So I started sending emails and writing emails and receiving emails. So I suppose it would be fair to say that email was the first type of social media, because that is when you started communicating with people generally through your computer. So from my own point of view anyway, you might disagree. You might say, Mr. Duncan, you stupid man. Of course, email is not social media. Well, but I suppose it was in 1996. It was. Hello also to Tomek. If you collapsed on the floor, maybe you would have more people watching. But I don't want to collapse, you see. I want to stay standing up. I will try my best not to collapse. So I'm not going to do anything that might seem as if I'm trying to get more people watching, because I'm not. So yes, my first experience with communicating through the internet, I suppose, was through email. And then from that, my interest grew. So I suppose I was always waiting for social media to come along, especially something like YouTube, because for many years I've had an interest in photography, and I've always had fascinations for making films and videos, even though I didn't have any equipment to make videos with. However, I always thought one day I would like to do that. I always thought that one day I would like to actually make films or video. And here I am now doing this. So it's always been something that I've thought about doing, even when the technology did not exist. But now it does, fortunately. Hello, Mosen. Nice to see you here, Mosen. Nice to see you back as well. Yes, it is Mr. Duncan. That's me, by the way. For those wondering who I am, my name is Duncan. I talk about the English language when I can talk. But today, unfortunately, I am suffering a little bit from hay fever. I probably shouldn't be here, you see. Can you see what I'm doing? I've actually come out of my sick bed to come and do this. I can't believe it. Yes, so I suppose I could ask the same question to you as well about your first experience with social media. Cezanne says, in the early days, there was ICQ. Yes. Wow. That's amazing. I remember ICQ. Oh, goodness me, that really does take me back in time to the early days of social media and communication. So ICQ was a messenger service, very similar to, I suppose it's very similar to something called QQ. Have you heard of QQ? That is a type of messaging service that exists in China. And I used to use QQ when I was in China. So when I lived in China, that is how I communicated with my friends back home and also my friends in China. So it was very useful to have QQ. And that was way back in 2003. So in the early days of social media, all we really had was email and messenger services. And I suppose the other thing that started as well were message boards and I suppose chat rooms. So chat rooms were probably one of the first ways of interacting and communicating with other people. I think so. Yes, ICQ does still exist, but I suppose nowadays people think of things like Skype and WhatsApp. So I think it would be fair to say these days that WhatsApp is probably the most popular form of instant communication. I think so. Although I don't use it myself. I actually don't use WhatsApp. A lot of people think I do, but I don't. Hello, Willian. Hello also to Razwan Omar. Hello to you. Thanks for joining me today. I'm sorry if I seem a little under the weather. That's because I am under the weather. I am suffering from hay fever today. Yes, you are watching a person who really loves his occupation. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. Thank you very much. I love doing this so much, I have just climbed out of my bed to come and do this. So that is the reason why I look like this today. So this is my pajama shirt. This is the thing that I sleep in bed wearing at night. And I've just put this on. So this white shirt is the white shirt I normally wear. But underneath, ooh, look at that. Underneath my pyjamas. So this is what I wear in bed. But don't worry, I am wearing something down there as well. I have my shorts on because the studio is so hot. It's so hot in here today because I can't open the windows. So my windows are closed. I have the heating from the lights. So it's very hot in here at the moment. Your English is very clear. Thank you, Razwan. That's very kind of you to say. Very kind indeed. I think the first social media that I did use was ICQ and also QQ, because I suppose a lot of it started in the early 2000s. So I think social media didn't really get started until the beginning of the 2000s, around 2002, 2003, which of course is when I went to China. Do you have tornadoes in the UK? You will be pleased to hear, well, I'm pleased anyway, that we don't have tornadoes here. We sometimes have very strong storms and fierce storms, but not very often. And certainly this time of year anyway, we don't have many storms, many tornadoes. Sometimes we can in certain situations, but they are rather rare, to say the least. My voice sounds awful today. I'm very aware that my voice sounds terrible, for which I apologise. Yes, I will be going back to bed. As soon as I finish this live stream, I will be going back to bed. Tomorrow, there will be a new English lesson. So tomorrow will be the first of my new English lessons that are being published during the month of July. Because tomorrow it is the 1st of July, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Christina asks, does Steve suffer from hay fever. He does not. However, over the past couple of weeks, even Steve has been sneezing. In fact, this morning I heard Steve in his office and he was sneezing as well. And Mr. Steve normally doesn't get hay fever. So if Steve is getting hay fever, imagine how I'm feeling at the moment. Hello, Sergio. Sergio says, give us what we want. I'm not sure at the moment what you do want. What do you want? I will try my best to deliver it. You are doing some great teaching, so don't worry. Ozan, I hope I pronounced your name right there. It's very kind of you to say so. So Mr. Steve never gets hay fever, although over the past couple of weeks, even he has been sneezing as well. Of course, the other thing is I can't go to see my mother at the moment either because of this. So there's always some sort of problem, and quite often it is related to health. Merv Talk asks, what is EGA? I'm not sure. Or IILGA. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe someone else knows. Christina comes up with a very good suggestion. Maybe you should have an air conditioning system. I have thought about that. Yes, that would be a very good idea. I do have a fan in the studio, but the only problem is with the fan is it blows the warm air around the room, so it doesn't really help me, to be honest. So even though I'm in the room and it's warm, and even if I put my little fan on, all it does is circulate the warm air. So you're right, maybe I should get myself some sort of air conditioning system that will filter the air and also cool the room as well. Yes, you are right. That is a good idea. I will ask Mr. Steve. Maybe Mr. Steve will buy one for my birthday. We will have to wait and see. July has arrived, apparently, in Japan. Has Japan arrived in July? Is it July in Japan? Please let me know. Oh dear. Christina V says, I am a Mr. Duncan addict. Well, I'm pleased to hear that. I'm very pleased to hear that you are an addict of my English lessons, even though today I really do feel as if I'm auditioning for The Walking Dead. Have you ever seen that program? It's always the same thing. How on earth that show ran for so many years when in fact every single episode is the same? It's some people running away from zombies. One of the zombies catches someone, and then someone gets dragged away by the zombies, and then next week the same thing happens again. The Walking Dead. It's basically the same story every week. Oh, I see. We're still waiting for July to arrive, so I don't think anyone has July yet. 1 hour and a half, so we still have 1.5 hours before July arrives in Japan. Well, of course, we have to wait for a very long time. We have to wait for another 9 hours. Do you like the way I worked that out with my brain as I looked at my clock? Oh dear. July is the best month. Why is that? Why is July the best month? Is it because you don't have so much of me? Is that what you mean, Sergio? Maybe. Willian says, there is a lot of taxes to be paid here, so I work mainly with goods tax. Oh, I see. That's the area of your job. That's an interesting subject as well, because we never really talk about your careers or your jobs. We talk about mine quite a lot because I'm doing it now on screen. But that's very interesting. So you work in the tax department. By the way, here, if anyone works in the tax department or if they are responsible for collecting tax from people, quite often they will have to apologise. So if you ask a person, what do you do for a living? And they say, oh, I work for the tax department. They normally have to also apologise as well. Sorry about that. I'm very sorry. But I'm the one that takes some of your money every month. I work for the tax department. Hello to Phyllis. Phyllis Romeo. Nitram asks, are you really going to ask me this question today? Mr. Duncan, why don't you like James Corden? Wow. Well, have you noticed sometimes there are people who you see on television and you like them and you want to see more of them. And then there are people who you see and you just don't really care for them. So I think that is my best answer, the best possible answer I can give. Can I also say that many people here in the UK do not like him, which is probably the reason why he's in the United States now. Oh dear. I'm definitely going to bed in a minute. Cezanne says, I am addicted to your full English lessons. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much for liking my full English lessons. There are 40 full English lessons on my YouTube channel. Tomek asks, who actually does like James Corden in the first place? Yes, a lot of people seem very mystified by his success, because it would appear that there are a lot of people who don't like him very much as an entertainer. I'm sure in real life he's a lovely person, but as an entertainer he can be quite off-putting. Hello to Alberto. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I'm happy to be watching you live. Well, this stream is live, but can I just say that I don't feel very alive today? Hello to Pratiksha Makwana. Hello to you. I am your new subscriber. Welcome. Can I say welcome to my YouTube channel? Unfortunately, I'm not feeling very well. I'm a little unwell today because I have hay fever. So this is your first time here, but you are not seeing me in my best light. If you see someone in their best light, it means you are seeing them as they really are, with all of their energy and their enthusiasm. But unfortunately today you are not seeing me in my best light because I don't feel very well. But I wanted to be here with you. I wasn't going to say goodbye to you. I wasn't going to leave you behind. So I crawled out of bed and I came into my studio, and here I am now. Phyllis is going. Well, I might also be going soon. Jimmy from Hong Kong makes a very good point. James Corden, to me, is a comical actor in films, but not very good as a host of a show. Yes, I think that is a very good point. because I have seen James Corden in some television programs, and to be honest, he's quite good. He's quite good. Mika says, July this year would be something special in this country, and I hope it will be a happy one. Yes, of course, because in July it is the Olympic Games that were postponed from last year. So last year we were supposed to have the Olympic Games, but they didn't happen because of coronavirus. So this year we are trying again to have that. Trying again. Giovanni says, Mr. Duncan, how are you? Do you remember me? You are the first online teacher that I encountered when I started English about the evolution of technology. My parents have bought an air fryer. Is that me? Is that because of me? Maybe I should start advertising the air fryer on my live stream. Maybe the people from the manufacturer, the people that make the air fryer, they might sponsor my show. That would be very interesting. I like that. Do you think to join the Cambly as a teacher, Mr. Duncan? I would want to take a lesson in person. Have you ever thought of joining? There are many websites, many sites now, many companies that offer online English training. The reason why I've never taken any of these opportunities is because quite often you have to pay for them. So the reason why I do this, and this is the thing I always say, the reason why I do this is because I want to do this for free. I don't want to have to ask people to pay a subscription to watch my videos. There are some others. In fact, over the years, there are some big English channels on YouTube who did in the past, they did actually approach me to go and work for them. I'm sure you can guess who they are, but yes, I have been invited by so many groups, so many companies to go to their channel or to join their network and teach English, but every time I've said no. Because I want to do it for free. I want to do this for as many people as possible. And that is the reason why I do it. Marwa says, I bought an air fryer and I get benefit from it. Yes, I'm sure. Well, guess what? Tonight I am actually going to use our air fryer. So tonight I'm using the air fryer that is in the kitchen tonight to make something for Mr. Steve. Hopefully, if I'm still awake. Sorry, Mr. Duncan and everyone, I have to go. See you later, Mosen. Don't worry, I will be back with you on Sunday. And tomorrow there will be a new English lesson as well. Very short, something very quick, nothing too long. So I am going to start making some new lessons, and these particular lessons will be definition lessons. So I will be talking about certain words and the way they are used in sentences, and also other ways of expressing each of those words. So the first one will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow. Yes, of course. I told you about that one and the gift Mr. Steve brought you some time ago. I have convinced them. Really? So because of me, you now have an air fryer. Amazing. Yes, Mr. Steve bought me the air fryer last year for my birthday, and I was very surprised to receive it. Thank you very much for watching today. I will be going in a few moments because I don't feel very well, if I was honest with you. I'm standing here in front of the camera and I'm not feeling 100%. So I'm going to try and rest my body, and hopefully I will feel better before Sunday. Thank you, Christina, for your lovely message to get well soon. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. My voice is slowly getting worse, you see. Can you hear it? My voice is actually getting worse because it is all swollen and inflamed because of the hay fever, for which I apologise. Giovanni says, yes, I convinced my parents to buy an air fryer. I'm going to have to get some sponsorship here. I think so. I think I should have some sponsorship from the makers of the air fryer. Maybe I will get in touch with them. I'm going to contact them and ask them if they will sponsor my show. Even though this has nothing to do with cooking, have you noticed that my English lessons are not connected to cooking? So maybe they won't agree. Maybe they won't do it. Thank you, Connell. Thank you, Sarah. This video is very good and great. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Well, all I can say is if this is how I perform when I'm ill, imagine what I'm like when I'm completely fit and well. Imagine how much energy I will have. Incredible. Van Chu says, it is very late in Vietnam, so I have to go to sleep. See you later. Thank you, Van, and stay well and have a sweet dream. A lot of places around the world are suffering from high temperatures. You are right. Yes, in the United States and parts of Canada, they have had some of the highest temperatures ever recorded ever in their history. 47, I think it's actually nearly 50 degrees. 50 degrees in Canada, which has never happened before. Giovanni, maybe there will be some useful English lessons to use it for, Mr. Steve. And you can make some chicken. That was so interesting. Yes, we have used it before. Do you remember the time that we made some chips? So we actually fried some chips inside our little air fryer. So yes, we did do that. Thank you for reminding me. I am going now because I have to rest my little throat, unfortunately. Thank you very much. I've noticed now people are arguing about James Corden. Everyone has something that they like, and everyone has something that they dislike. The only differences between people is that those things can differ. So they are not always the same things. So I'm sure there are people in the world who find James Corden funny, and I'm sure there are many who don't. I just happen to be one of those, you see. But nothing personal, nothing personal. Thank you, Mohammed Mohammadi, who says, take care. I will try my best. I'm now thinking maybe there are many people who don't like me. Maybe when they see me on YouTube, perhaps they have the same feeling as when I see James Corden presenting his chat show. I normally change the channel or I switch my television off altogether. I'm going now. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'm going to have a drink of water and I'm going to try and make myself better. Don't forget, tomorrow a new lesson will be published on my YouTube channel. From next Sunday, it will be once a week. So I will be live on YouTube every Sunday. So this is the last Wednesday that I'm doing for a while, and then there will be some new English lessons published during the week. See you on Sunday. I hope I am better on Sunday. I won't be doing very much. I will not be going into the garden. I am trying to protect myself and stop myself from sneezing and coughing and collapsing on the floor. I will try my best. Thank you, Zudzika. Thank you, Sandra. Very nice of you. Thank you, Sweet Minute. Thank you very much for your lovely messages. Very nice. See you on Sunday. I'm going now. I will leave you with the view out of the window because it's a lovely warm day. It's not very sunny, but it is very warm. And that's the reason why there is so much pollen in the air at the moment. Thank you very much. I hope we've all had a good time here today, even though I'm not feeling too well. I hope you've enjoyed this short live stream, only 52 minutes long, a very short one. Thank you for your effort. Thank you, Beatrice. Thank you, Cezanne. Thank you very much for joining me today. Grace Chin. I didn't see you there. Hello, Grace. Thanks for joining me as well. See you, Mog. Catch you all on Sunday. I'm now going to rest myself. My whole body is feeling a little tired, to say the least. This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English for the last time in June, saying thanks for watching. See you soon. I'm back on Sunday, and also there is a new lesson tomorrow as well. And of course, until the next time we meet here on YouTube, have fun, stay safe, take care of yourself, please. And, of course, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.